Texans on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hyde. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Johnson. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Got an open man, it's QT. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Carlos Hyde turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Kamara trying the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
36. 5.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brees. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. On the return, Carter. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw is Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 60 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
What we got? Mike 55, Mike 55.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Sammy! Mike 55! Let's go! Hey, Foxtrot! Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, easy. Man, I got you. Mike.
Breeze now. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the second half with Kamara. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Breeze now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Maxwell score, Texans 14, Saints 7. Miami Fairbairn had to kick off for Houston.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after which...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 66 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, but all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now a first down throw, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And now past another. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. That one complete to Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Back now in Houston, it's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Gets this one to Hill.
Breeze pass. Complete to Taysom Hill. Out of bounds at the 41
Ready?
Yellow
lady, yellow
2
lady.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Double time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Taysom Hill. A gain of 6 yards. And it's
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack on 1st down, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And Ginn's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Breeze now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Joker. Kill. Easy, opposite. Go. Mike 41. Squeeze, double.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, it's Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that one... Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man up, D. Switch.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
Ready. Yellow lady.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger